Good evening. Now, I've just got to make sure the sound is on. It's not muted, is it? No. Are you getting an echo? Is the other thing. Because that's what I'm not 100% sure of. So it'd be lovely if someone could comment whether I'm putting off an echo, because I am using Ecamm to come through this evening, not the Be Live. But I am using Be Live because I can do this. And that is a spin the wheel. Now, what I'm doing here. Cool. Thanks, Jessica. Lovely to hear from you. Well, read it, that you can hear me as well. Now, what I've put that there for is because you guys know me now that I like to press buttons and create new links and stuff like that, which is what I've done. This one's, what one's this one? This one is a wheel. I'm creating new wheels, you see. This one is a wheel that's got the tarot, a few of the tarot and the Lenormand decks that I have. Now, what I've actually got on my screen at the moment on the iPad is not that because I'm doing something different for the actual chat part, show part. What I've put there is the links, $5. It would be lovely if even at least one of you can test out that link, because I'm not sure whether I did the payment part right to be able to get the $5. And I'll explain that. I did realise that through the week, as people were buying me a coffee, thank you so much for those who were as well, who have done that. Thank you. Oh, I just realised I've got that up there. Hold on a sec. I don't need that there yet. As I was looking through my stuff, you know how you do on a computer, and you set up some of these things, there was the payments coming through for the Buy Me a Coffee, which is absolutely lovely. And then you go and it gets paid out from the Stripe or the PayPal, whichever one has been the option that's been chosen. And I didn't realise that the Buy Me a Coffee coming through Stripe is an extra fee. And it's actually quite an expensive way to accept contributions and donations or whatever going through Stripe with the payout. So I've decided to reorganise, hence that link that you've got there, to check whether the Stripe or the PayPal, whether I've done it correctly through that one. I know there's a previous one that I had a couple of weeks ago that was a one card reading link, and that worked perfectly, but I fiddled with it, didn't I? And I didn't save a copy. So I have no idea how I did the link, which is really, really annoying. That's me with the button finger doing adjustments. So unfortunately, yes, it would be wonderful for someone to try out that and let me know. Good evening, Megan. Lovely to see you. Just to let me know if it works or not, because and no echoes there. Good evening, Nicole. Lovely to see you too. And to you, Michaela, lovely to have you all aboard. It's lovely. And Caitlin. I have no idea what I'm doing tonight. My head's just been going round and around and spinning and doing nutsy stuff today because I've been pressing the buttons, you know, don't, all that stuff. And good evening, Nat. Hope Peanuts and I do well. Yes, happy Friday. Well, Peanuts is doing quite well after her visit and overnight stay again up at the vet's just to get a wound cleaned out, because it did get a mild infection. It was a bit lucky. So they did a good clean out just under a light anaesthetic. So she's back with a nice little clean bandage and going to the local vets on Monday, because it's got to that point I can do that, hopefully. So, and Nicole, hope you're doing well. So that's a bit extra other than just saying, yeah, no echoes. Thank you for that. A very nice greeting. Thank you. No link that you can see. So that link that I showed up obviously isn't. I'm just going to nut this out. It's probably all I do tonight. I am just so tired. So that should have gone to, aha, it won't send. It's on Leanne's page because it's a page. It's on my YouTube channel because that's YouTube. It is on mytimetv.live and it is on my Ros Boundy page. But if you're sitting in my profile, gosh, you won't see the link. It's not there. So that's something to learn from, isn't it? But that's okay. I wonder how one does it. I doubt that I can even put that directly into that link. Let me just have a quickie look. I'm wandering back in the back end of Facebook, don't worry. Let me see if I can actually put it directly in there from. I'm just trying something out. You all do get to understand that I can copy that, I think. Did it copy that? Oh no, I just want to copy that. Let's see if it works this way. And I put it in directly myself. There, does it? Facebook's a funny little beast. It won't put that sort of thing, won't let you put that sort of thing in a profile, probably because it's considered spam. I'm able to put it in directly myself as a comment because it's my, I don't know. Can you see it there, Nat? I've got Kat there. Caitlin, hope you're okay. Ros. Diane Wilson. Now, are you guys showing up in my comments? Hold on a sec. Excuse me. Yes, you are. Good. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I'll get that there. So here we go, back to Keza. G'day, Keza. I hope have you been busy today? You mentioned that you've been flat out with your work. So, yeah. And good evening, Kerry. I'm not sure if I'm going to be getting into the cards or not. We'll have a fun play is what I'll do. And Caitlin's saying, it seemed time to get to bed. Well, I probably will do soon. And there we go. From Wendy. Hi, lovely lady. Hope I had a good week. Well, I have. It's just today's been one of those, you know how sometimes your brain can't seem to get into gear? Oh, did you see my post yesterday? Sorry. I'm going to stop the scrolling because it actually annoys the shit out of me seeing that going across the bottom all the time. So I think, if you've let your friends and family or whoever needs to know that I'm live, you'd have done it by now. So there you go. I made a coffee a couple of mornings ago where I actually, I wanted to have some lemon juice in water. Sometimes I do that just to give the gut a bit of a clean. So I decided I'd squeeze the lemon first. I had some honey in the cupboard. I thought, oh, well, I'll have some honey and lemon with some warmish water, not cold, not boiling, because it was in a glass. So I put the honey in the glass, squeezed the lemon, and put it in the cup, not the glass. And then I made my coffee and didn't realise it curdled the milk on top really well. It actually was like a floating cottage cheesy factor, and I didn't notice. Took a really large gulp and sip and everything, and oh my, it's a different flavour, very different texture. Sometimes the brain just does not want to factor in what is the things that you're doing. You just almost an autopilot thing, and it was really weird. I drank half of it, but then you can't stomach that sort of lemon juice and coffee. Good evening, Joe and Joanne. Funny how you both like one after the other are two Joes. And good evening, Kat. Lovely. Oh, there's yours. Hope I'm okay. Thanks, Caitlin. And Di. Hi, Di. Now, here's where it was this is showing up that it should have gone to my profile because that looks like it's a profile, but I think that's where I put it in as a comment so I can show it on the screen. I mean, I could with the others too, but anyway. And Lee, good evening. And that gorgeous horse. Well, not that I'm into horses, but I was looking through some of the old photos that Mum and Dad had. So, oh, it works. The payment for that does work, does it? Oh, goodness gracious. Let me just go and have a look. I'll get up another tab here and see what it actually does in my Soul software, because that's where the links are coming from and going to as I'm doing them. That's where I'm using that as my basis for doing, everything, the all-in-one package type of thing. I decided it's how to do it. And that's taken a bit of time, I think, because purely we are live streaming and it doesn't like updating. Oopsie. Oh, but that's all right. That's all right. So the link works. Does the payment part of the link work? Because I haven't got that showing up in the background yet. It could be time. It could be anything. Isn't it just weird? It should be showing up there in Leanne's page, Nat, as far as that link goes. So there you go. And Kay, oh, this is a long one. Hi, Ros. Good news, your healing's paid off this morning. Your daughter's dog, Loki's, made a miracle and survived the West. Oh, that's wonderful. Has diabetes and will require two injections a day for the rest of his life. Wow. Vet bills do mount up, don't they? Yeah, because it was the Healy device that I sort of just put it into Kay's daughter's dog. So I do send some energies like that and just Reiki, distant healing Reiki, and good vibes. Anyone can do it, really can. Okay, so that's wonderful news, Kay. And Alice, lovely to have you here too. I have no idea if I'm going to do cards or not, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. This is a fun chat. Oh, the other thing, 8 beds today. The other thing that I was going to do was, if anyone's got a headset and ready and wanting to pop in, I have got the link. I wonder if this will go to my my profile. I'll nick over and have a quick look in a minute. So, and here we go, 8 beds. And Jessica, those who are asking for readings, I do see them, but I probably won't put all of them up yet until I get to that, if I do. Excuse me. Oh, Lee, it's not that I'm not well. I'm quite well. I'm just tired. Like it's been it's more just the having so much that you're thinking of to do, a little checklist that you might have in the head, and it gets a wee bit full, and it sometimes gets a bit hard, and it's just tiring. Sometimes being awake is tiring, don't you think? You meant the link? Yeah. And Nicole, and g'day, Nicole, and case, conversations between friends. That's wonderful, isn't it? And Kim, good evening to you too. I haven't put that one up, so. Oh, Kezzy, you've been called into work. Oh dear. And here we have Sarah. My day's been interesting. It's not been productive as such, but it's what we do, isn't it? Sometimes is just move through, be in a flow that's totally alternative. You'll check tomorrow. I'm tired myself. I like that. Yes. And it is. It's good to hear that all the dogs are well, actually. both Kay's daughters and my peanuts. Yes, exactly. Now, yes, there's the link to be a guest is in Leanne's. It's gone to Leanne's page and my page. So it's gone to the YouTube. I don't know that it's gone anywhere else. Oh, there you go. Interesting. Now that link, which link is not working? Is that the one that's okay? Yep. Okay, thanks, Nicole. I might delete those comments out of the feeds afterwards then if they're not working. That's a bit of a bummer. I have to fiddle around. I just can't remember what it was that I did to get it right. I wonder if this one works. Hang on, since I'm doing links here, have a go at this one. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Let's go show this one in. This one's for the $60 reading. If you'd like a half-hour-ish reading, or it could be more, it's only a $60 reading. I'm pretty sure that link does work, and the payment option. So that's another one for anyone that would like to try that one. I'm pretty sure that one does. And I won't I won't put any more links into the comments because I don't know whether it annoys the Facebook algorithm or what. And I have noticed over time that sometimes things do drop, you know, the spread out, what Facebook actually shows people reduces dramatically if you put too many links especially if you'd sending people off to elsewhere other than Facebook. I've noticed that. Now, so you're saying it's not working for you. Click pay here, but goes to photo. Okay, yeah, the bottom one's just a photo. It's not the actual spin the wheel. So that's a bummer. Because what I've got here, oh, wrong one. I've got it here. So this is the spin the wheel. As you can see with this one, because this is how I did it last week, I think, wasn't it? So that we could hear and see and get the ta-da and all of that sort of thing with the spin the wheel. That was pretty much what I did last week, wasn't it? Now, Lee, which reading was it that you wanted? The $60 half hour it can take longer than that. It just depends. I know someone got nearly an hour for the half because $60 is the half hour value of the usual price that I do charge. You'd click that link and it should go to the purchase page, the landing page. They call them landing pages, you know, that sort of stuff. Actually, I should do this away. Oh, did that change around? Oh, things are not going well with me and my button pressing, is it? Now, if I go like this, then I'm on there with that. This was for, and then I can add this one, and that is, if I go out of that one, and then I go like this, does that swap it? It does, but then I'm pressing buttons. I'm just playing. As you can see, it's just trying this out. I just want to see what it's doing. Why is it not changing? Right. Oh, hang on a sec. Don't press any more times, Nat. Yeah, it is Nat, wasn't it, that had said you've pressed. Hang on, you've paid. You've pressed, paid twice. Not sure if it worked. No. Hey, this is part of what I wanted to try out with this one tonight, was to make sure that I wasn't mucking up all of the button pressing. No, it's not coming through, but I don't know if it does straight away or not on my back end of it. It's supposed to, I think, but we'll just check it for a moment. We'll spend some time just to have a bit of a test run, and then we'll get into doing some spinning and some cards, I think. No, look, it looks like it's not, so don't click any of those links. They're obviously not working. They're not going to affect anyone unless I find later that there is time delay and it takes time to go through. I don't know. But we shall assume that I need to work further on those links. So don't worry about that one. There we go. You might be trying to be annoying, is that? Nah. Hi, Kim. Lovely to have you here. I'm looking around because I've got to look at a screen, and then it's all sorts of things that you have to do when you're doing a live show. And I'm just seeing that, yes, you've tried the link again. Look, just leave the link to itself. I don't think I'll bother with it because something's not quite right. I've obviously done something not quite right with my editing today. So, and you had I had homework to do last week. Thank you for the reading. You did for us all. It took and that's the other reason I wanted to do these links and really basically to not wrong way, really basically to switch it, like to have just one link to do this sort of playing with the spinner and doing little freebies and yeah, just Facebook like freebies as a suggestion. Gosh. Because it took me too long. It took me all day Saturday last week to go through who had what result from that. And it was difficult. So I needed to try to refine it. And of course, today I've spent all day editing and trying to play and play around with those links and get them working, and still not working. But that's just for a live stream special reading price. It still doesn't work, but that's all right. Now, what we need to do, though, because it is nice to do the cards, though. So what I might do, instead of continuing to mess around with this, so see how it works? Does it still work up in the corner? Oh, yeah, it does. So there we go. Yeah, it does. Cool. Do you like all the pink, the bright colours? Now, I'm going to close that part out, take the iPad out of the equation. I'm going to actually switch over to this and put me back in the picture up in the corner there. Because what I've got out, what I'm going to do for the card reading stuff tonight now that we're back into it, and you've thank you so much for helping me out with sussing out those buttons, though. I do appreciate it, honestly. I really do. So I'm just going to go down quickly and pull a card for everyone that's here. Now, the ones that I've got, you can see it is the fairy tale deck. And what I'm going to do is we'll just pick a card from here for each person, and it's going to be a mishmash of cards because it's so hard to keep picking them up and getting. Actually, what I will do, though, I'll do it this way. I will hold them up, and hopefully it should show when I get to it that I can zoom in. Oh, except it's not allowing me to do the zooming. Why is that? Oh, there. I didn't have the button pressed. See how that goes in and out like that? Whoa, look at how small it can go. Oh, wow, I didn't know it can go like that. I can actually do a card for each person as I'm going through. Right, Jessica, here we go. There's now what you all need to do is connect to your spiritual guidance and ask them, give me the message. I can give a brief one, but you need to be connecting too. Get the practice up. And whatever the question is you want to ask, have it received in the context of what you want to have as, your question and that focus for you. So here we go. There's the child card, and that way I can probably just shift them out the way. You should be able to see this a little more clearly, shouldn't you? And you don't really need me that big. Isn't it fun, all these buttons I can press? And I do want to keep that there just so that you can see at least what deck it is that I'm using. Okay, do you think that's clear enough for everyone? Can you see that? Can you see the detail of the cards as well? So do you think so? I'm just going to show Kay's question there. Will you be showing my challenge accepted video tonight, Ros? No, I'm not showing any of the results, though. Oh, thank you. It was a hoot. I absolutely loved your walking video. I think it was wonderful. So thank you. Now, here we go. This one is Jessica's card. So what she's got here, if you can see, it's the child. So what I'm feeling in that respect is bringing in your childlike. I almost feel like it's you have definitely. Oh, hey, look at that. This is a magnetic edge on the pencil because it's it's the Apple Pencil. Didn't realise that as I'm going close to a tin. So it's the playfulness, but it's almost the invisible friends. Jessica, I think you do need to be connecting more with what is your spiritual essence and connecting with that childlike inner you as well, and being guided by that, having some playfulness and really enjoying the moments that you are. Because it's a choice, I'm feeling that you need to be choosing to play, not ignoring, but choosing and putting in that childlikeness for yourself as you're moving about your days. Okay, so that's the message I'm getting for you. Then we've got Megan, and I am going to shuffle these now. Keep in mind that with a Lenormand deck, there is only 36 cards, so that the likelihood of it being the same card. There you go. I did shuffle 3 times. A very similar message for you too, Megan. Now, I'm just going to, while highlighting that there, see if you've got a question later on. And this might take a little time. I'm just trying to flick through because there is a few more questions popping up. And I had a lot of those comments sitting in there. Aren't there? So, cool. So I think I think it probably is best if we interpret this one as it is, a child in play in the forest. Feel into what the atmosphere is around you and your situation at the moment, Megan, and really what I've noticed in this is that look away, like it's almost looking into the distance and not quite looking directly at what is needing to be the focus. Okay, it's almost like a naughty child ignoring what they're hearing and what they're seeing and really just choosing to turn it away. So I'm feeling the focus back into what you need to be doing in a more childlike and wonderment way, so that you are actually seeing what's happening around you and feeling that wonder as if it's a new, I wouldn't say adventure, but as if it's in a new awareness that is bringing back in that childlikeness. Okay, that's what I'm feeling with that one. Now I'm trying to dodge all those comments. I did put a few there, didn't I? Now, Nicole, yours is next. And I better shuffle these so that they're over the desk and don't fall on the floor, because I know what happens when they fall on the floor. Now, did you have any other questions? Nicole, did you have any suggestions? I think I'm just going to have to read them as they come. And if you've asked them in context of a question, that's where you yourself do need to be pulling in that meaning for yourself, okay? It's one thing that... people assume that you sort of, that every psychic medium has all the abilities. Not necessarily, as in, I don't have ESP. There's some certain information that just doesn't crop up because I want to call on it either. I love this card. Have a look at that. I straight away saw the elephant in the background. So it's almost like, oh, wow. What I'm getting is black dog. Okay, even though it's a gorgeous gold dog, it almost looks like a dingo type, but I doubt whether the artist is Australian. I think being fairy tale, it does feel more European Celtic, that style, and especially with the hidden images, sometimes I get that feeling that what we have here, it does feel like black dog. Do you suffer from depression? Is there someone around you who needs that bit of a loving care, the unconditional love and understanding around what can be something that's very difficult to actually pull yourself out of? It can be. And here, just look at these background images. Like there's an elephant, and I just noticed that almost looks like it's a little baby elephant in there. What else can we see? There's a bowl of water, and it almost looks like a ring as well. That's what I first thought it was. The face that's there, what do you actually see in there as well for yourself, Nicole? Because this card is for you. Have a closer look at what it's meaning, what you're feeling as you're looking at it as well. I really do feel it's that loving, trusting of what unconditional love that a dog can give, and also how we can be so accepting and loving of our fur baby pets, that they are part of the family. Well, for many of us, it's not all people treat their dogs like that, but I certainly do. Feel into that connection of what's the elephant meaning too. Is there the elephant in the room that is the black dog? That's just what I got as I was seeing this image. So all the best for you if it is yourself, but if it's someone in the family, I think, it is that love that can be shared and the readiness of the dog to move forward with them or you on that pathway. Okay, now we've got Michaela for a card as well. And we'll just keep going as long as we can. And I'll just shuffle 3 times. So hopefully we don't get too many that are the double arts. What we've got here is the Tower. Now, I know that the detail in this one for you, Michaela, I don't know whether you had this last week or not. This one, the detail in it, it's almost elephanty thing, elephantine, trunky things there on the ends here. That almost looks like an owl. That's weird. Just things I'm seeing. This is, I think, a very long plait. Whoops, I can't do that while I'm looking at the camera, can I? Long plait from whoever it is that's in the... I'm going to hold that up closer. And we do know that this camera doesn't focus all that well when it's too close sometimes too. There we go. There's the image. It is a plait that's been created as a rope of escape or inclusion to allow someone to climb. Who knows? What is it meaning for you? It's the inaccessibility. What I'm feeling, instead of being accessible, it's your choice to make. I'm feeling it is a choice to be accessible for someone, and I'm feeling that the word someone you love. There's a person who's close to you that you're at, that's and it feels like you are actually inviting the connection, but it's not being seen at the moment. See, and it almost like is disappearing in the color there. So whether it's something that you need to actually yell out the invitation, make it very well known so that it's obvious the invitation is there, to have that connection, to be in that more at the more intimate, deep and meaningful, that there just feels like there needs to be more depth, because it's so remote up the top of the tower. I'm feeling that need for depth and getting past the fear, because this tower is certainly over an edge. It's almost looking like it's it's so remote that there's a lot of fear attached to even trying to get there. And so that there is that need to, it does feel like a need to actually put out that invitation in a very voiced, with the right voice. Okay. So I do feel you know what that situation is for you. Okay. And I'm just going to put that down a little bit more. My hand's a bit big. since this is zoomed in so well. So close. That's as close as I can actually get going by the camera settings too. So here we go. We've got yours, Caitlin. Oh my goodness. You've got a gentleman's influence there. Wow. Are you hoping for a partner? You already have a partner? Or there's someone who is a male influence that's going to see, it's the Ace of Hearts too, in connection with the normal playing cards looking at this. And it's almost like the celebration, what I'm seeing with the cup that's being held up, or the chalice. So there feels to me that there's going to be that upcoming invitation. It's almost like there is that invitation that I wouldn't say supplication. It's not quite like that. It's a friendship. It feels, a get to know me. I'm interested. So, even if it's just on a friendship level. So that's what I'm seeing coming up for you. So you could be attracting a new man friend at some point. Okay. And it doesn't have to be anything romantic. I'm not feeling that at the moment. I just feel that it's, even romance starts as a friend. It should anyway. And here you go, Nat, for you. It's not far enough up. What we have is the sun. Now, I like this one. That's an Ace of Diamonds, this one. So that's as far as the regular playing cards go. Isn't that a beautiful colour as the background for the sun? I can't remember if this one's come up before with anything so far, because usually the sun is just the sun as the symbol. But what we have here is a couple who are obviously, a couple. And I'm trying to feel into what it is. I don't know that one has she passed on, and he's got the light of the sun shining whatever God's presence there is to celebrate moving onward, or that they're just out in the fields celebrating in a way. It's a bit difficult to know as far as the actual card, why it would be depicted with a couple there. Certainly look like lovers in the field. And I think really for that, is that something that you would love to revisit, have in your life? It might be upcoming, or it's just those beautiful memories that really do come forward for us every so often. And I think really it's got that gorgeous warming energy in how the sun is glowing in that background. It's very much a light that lightens. So I'm just feeling how it does. It's quite a pleasure to look at this card. So I think that's probably what the message is for you, is to memories of pleasures you've had, or go and do something really nice for yourself that is an absolute pleasure in whatever way that you would like to. Okay, now we've done Michaela's. Did I do one for Nicole? Yes, I did. So that's all right. Nat, I just did that one for you, didn't I? Somewhere. It's probably going to, yes, that's what it was, because you've got that. There's the link. And next one is Keza, because it's going to get a bit like I've done before. It's where I so much miss having Leanne on with me. It has been a while, and she couldn't make it tonight, definitely, because she's caught up at the Royal Adelaide Hospital again, and this time waiting in a department that should not be as, well, broken as it is. We've got so much in our system that's not working properly, haven't we? With all the overloads in so many different areas. Now, this one I like, Keza. I think it's a great one for you. You're such a wonderful hard worker. And when you watch the replay, I'm sure you'll appreciate this, because you were called in for work. and it's crack the whip, it's get working, it's keep the work flowing. But what we've got here in the background of this one, Keza, is it looks like the magician, the genie on the magic carpet, that can be, instead of a whip, that it's actually almost like a magic wand, and you've got the 3 wishes. What I'm feeling with this definitely is whatever work that you're needing to do, that it will flow with ease as if by magic. That's what I'm feeling with this, and it really is a time to allow that flow to continue as if by magic, because that's what I'm feeling with this card for you, Keza. Now, Kerry, we've got you here and would like a card, so which I'm just doing them all, whether anyone's asking or not. I'm just going to do them. Just going to share the cards. Oh, I like this one. The anchor's got lots in it, Kerry. So if you let it focus, yes, it has. Now, an interesting thing with my eye went straight for the mermaid. So don't be deceived by what seems like that glitter and gold and beautiful beings that are around and about you, because what I'm getting with this, in sort of the ocean myths and things like that, the mermaid is it is a little bit of a trickster as such. You've just got to be a bit wary, because this is flitting all over the place. Because it can be, the siren of the sea or something. I mean, have a look at some of the stories of what a mermaid means. It is where my eye went first. Make sure you yourself are actually grounded as you're moving through your day. I know it's evening now, but for the next week, because these are sort of what we're going to be until next week before I'm back again type of thing. So this energy can be part of all of your week sort of thing. You've got so much in here that you can look at as far as what little messages that you receive from the cards. I'm feeling, have you ever watched The Never-Ending Story? Because this one here that I just saw is almost a dragon feature, almost like Falcor, the flying creature, the flying dog. It's white. If you look up Never-Ending Story, it is the way of transport for the protagonist, the main character, and I can't remember his name, the little boy. But it's a wonderful story. I loved it. I still do. Never-Ending Story. I love Falcor. Beautiful creature. Beautiful, beautiful in that form of like a dragon. So soft and gentle, wise, all of it. And I think that it's creating that suggestion for you to certainly, and this looks like it's protecting the anchor to make sure that it's staying grounded. And I think that's where you're going to be receiving some wisdom throughout the week. Just keep an ear and eye out for your own sensing, your gut feelings around what people are sharing with you, that you are keeping grounded and that you're not just taking for granted everything that people are telling you or that you're reading or seeing as being the truth all the time. So I think that's what your message is tonight for the coming week. So for you, Caitlin, I've done one for you, haven't I? I did one up above because I'm going to have to just keep flipping backwards and forwards now. Wendy, and I don't think I've got you yet. Whoops. Okay, let's shuffle 3 times, because as I'm doing that, I'm clearing and cleansing, and then the shuffle on the last one is pretty much the card that I choose. There we go. Oh, I haven't seen this one in this deck before, have I? Oh, dragon one. Oh, slippery little buggers when they're new, aren't they? So, must be getting cold in here. My heater just turned on with its thermostat. I have got a blow heater as well now. I found it in the hot water service cupboard, actually. I couldn't remember where I'd put it. Found it. The ship for you. Have you been planning a holiday? Do you want to go on a holiday? This is something that you're going to be packing a bag for that's not just an overnight, or it can be a few days to a week to a month, whatever. So this is the ship, and that's interesting that we just came off the anchor card that has a mermaid. We're straight into something that's over the waters, and here we've got that dragonish looking face in there as well, just slightly differently depicted, but it could be one of those protectors that's going to keep an eye on you as you're moving through your travels. So I do think that that's indicating that you're going to be going for a bit of a trip, or at least start to plan one if you haven't already got that in mind. I think that's probably what you're getting as your message. And Joe, how are you? And I know I haven't done you the next three yet. Ah, cool. Got a bit of a run. Whoopsie. Here's one that just jumped out at you. There you go, Joe. You've got the beautiful lady. So that gorgeous hair. I mean, I really do like this one because of that. Even though I cut mine off because I got very annoyed at my frizzy long hair. It's almost like that, but doesn't it look gorgeous in the context of the art, the garments and the style that is being worn? It really is that medieval. There's her either a purse or an amulet, and the headdress. It really is in the style of possibly what was high fashion then. And it's the elegance and the stepping forward with that light as the background. And this is where I'm feeling that lightness of step for you, Joe. It really does feel to me that there's an instruction for you to step out in confidence. Know that what you are doing is in the right direction, and you are perfectly suited and resourced and skilled and all that you need for being into that next part of your journey. So it's what I'm feeling is that be you. And here is that hand held in such a soft, confident, oh, I can't get the camera. Where am I? There, yeah. In that soft, confident way. Isn't it funny how it just seems weird to try and find it on a little camera when I know where I'm looking. It's just that gorgeous gesture and that confidence stepping out. So that's your instruction. That's what you're needing to be doing for that next part of your week. What are you stepping into? Take it with confidence. Okay, and we've got Joanne Rogers here, who, well, I'm hoping that you're all still here. The numbers seem to be fluctuating up and down in my little eye, in the back end here. I do see that there's a certain number of people that are watching, and it's changing all the time. And you've got the anchor, Joanne. So where my eye went to with this one, it's not the mermaid. It was just under. Here we have the figure there that almost looks like the face of, whoops, Peanuts' what's up? She's fidgety. She might need to go to the toilet. No, just changing place. It's on. Yeah, she bumped the table. It almost looks like a Neptune figure there, like the old man of the sea. You look at that and it almost, it can be whatever you want it to be. What do you feel as you're looking at this card? Where does your attention go? But I'm feeling like it really is that is the Neptune, the king of the sea, the underworld arena of, and I don't actually know the mythology around Neptune. I do know he has that trident fork, and is there a planet Neptune? No, there's some influence there somewhere with astrology. I really do need to relearn a lot of this stuff. Or let my memory go. Not be too fussed with it. Who knows? What is it? What is it that we need to be hanging on to? I think it almost feels like Neptune is a more fluid being anyway, as much as even the mermaid. But I'm seeing and sensing that in the masculine and keeping the feet really well anchored, as in what our actions would be if we were anchored. we're not going to have the hooks in, but it certainly is you needing to be grounded and anchoring in. And I think allowing the flow sometimes too, that you are standing firm. You know how when you try to hold firm when you're actually in water, as far as the oceans go, and you try to stand still and then you feel yourself almost sinking in, it's anchoring itself in some respects because of the wave action, and it moves all that. I think you know what I mean. It is that standing firm. So there's a situation that you're in that you're needing to stand firm and have that more masculine, a Neptune feel to it. That is kingly in his own realm. You need to feel queenly in yours, the feminine Neptune, if you like. I certainly didn't feel that there was that mermaid feeling. My energy went to the actual Neptune look. Now, Cat, your card. Oh, you've got the ship. You planning on a holiday? Whoops! I went and dropped that down. Shouldn't have done that because this is your card. Now, what am I feeling with this? God, look at my scrunching up my mouth like that. Looks. I've got dry lips. I actually went to the people in it, so I think there's going to be something that you're organising. It almost feels like a group of people that are going on a trip with you. So potentially, are you organising something that's going to be more than an overnight? So is it a retreat or a conference or something like that? And I do feel it's more business-like in the next week. So it feels like it's more to do with work. So, there's something, boardroom meet. No, it certainly is you're travelling somewhere to do this. So let's see what that brings for you over the next week. Okay, now we've got Diane. I know we haven't done one for you yet. So here we go. Whoops. I just so love your doggy. Gorgeous. Here we go. Did that come up right? Oh, we've got a grimoire. No, it's Grimm's Tales. I think they're honouring the fairy tale authors, the Grimm brothers. Was it brothers? It was, wasn't it? Look at the possibilities that you've got by having the book here, and especially since this is the fairy tale deck, that what you've got is all possibilities of creating in whatever way you want the story to be. So bring in your own imagination and creativity in how you want things to roll forward for you in the next week. I mean, have a look at some of the images that are coming out of these pages. There's a frog. Here we've got, I saw something there a second ago. It looks like a magician somewhere. That almost looks like a bird's pelican beak type look there. There it is. There's the magician look in this corner there, and certainly we've got the Grimms there. That there looks like a dolphin coming up out of a watery arena, like, as in the sea, anything like that. That could be Owl's face. So many possibilities of how you can create your story and what you're wanting to actually bring forward for next week. So if there's anything at all that you have planned that you want to be in a more specific way, just imagine it as being how you want it to be. And I think you'll find that a lot of that will actually manifest how you want it. Like, you'll have good planning. You'll have things falling into place and being what you would like them to be. So Lee is next. I don't think I've done one for you yet, have I? So here we go. Whoop, nearly went too far. Oh, I better pick that one up so it's included. And here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. What's that song? Is there a song for that? I just can't remember. No, one more. Just need one more for that one for some reason. I needed two. Oh, you've got the house. So things are going to be it just feels like it's really going to be working through smoothly in the home space. House is home. You're going to feel a lot more at home in your house. Your house is going to be feeling more like a home. Are you rearranging things? It's stuff happening at home that really is welcoming and warm. I'm feeling welcoming and warm for this. And have a look at this picture, as in how they've done that. It's a nice little red door there. Is the door open, inviting you in for a nice get warm by the fire factor? Or is it looking more like the gingerbread house where the witches got Hansel and Gretel? I don't feel that. And now that there is almost like there's someone hiding behind the trees in playful adventure. I feel really nice and cozy in this. So see if there's something around your home, Lee, that you're needing to actually bring together to bring it into a homelier, to fit more what you want from your house to being the home. Okay, that's what I'm getting from that one. And Kay, I don't think I have done a card for you yet, have I? No, because we had so much messing around earlier. And it's such a nice long comment, isn't it? I'll still get you a card though. It's a lovely one. That the dog's all right. Loki. Oh, Prue Blackmore's dog's named Loki. Well, she had a dog that was named Loki. For those who know Prue Blackmore, a friend in Adelaide. Oh, we've got the mountain. So, do you remember the Star Wars movies and that, not Jabberwock, but, there was that big lump of blubber thingy where Prince Leia was chained to his feet and the rest? This one just reminds me of that, and I sort of thought, we can overcome anything. We don't even have to be intimidated by what we feel. What we feel is that top of the mountain. It could just be the molehill and it's just some slime that's got on it. It just feels to me like anything that you're feeling is like a challenge, Kay, isn't actually that. Look at it differently. and I just saw that, it's almost ready to go like that. Oh, actually, I've got to do it the opposite way because I'm in the reverse on the camera, isn't it? Ready to just sort of nod off and go to sleep, like his hand's a pillow. And, the different things that we can imagine from looking at that, and yet the perspective can change so quickly and easily by just looking in a different angle or seeing something differently that brings forward that is a lot more of a realistic, pleasurable experience, that we don't have to create those challenges because we're thinking of them being difficult when in actual fact they're not, or we're thinking they're bigger than they are when in actual fact they're not. They're the molehill compared to the mountain. That's what I'm feeling for what you've got ahead this coming week. Allow it to just be that blob that's going to melt away so that what you're left with really is. And here that looks like olives and things that are yummy. Well, I like olives. It's make them into cherries. Imagine what you want. It's bringing forward that's actually the, that different perspective. Choose which one you're going to look at and not make it the mountain, because we do have some control over what we're actually putting into how we're thinking. Change the perspective and it's a different thought, and it then brings a different manifesting. And I know you know what I mean. So here we've got Elise, and I haven't done yours yet. Oh gosh, it's already 8:30. Wow. Time does go very fast when just doing and sharing, being in space together. I love it. Now, here's for you, Elise. Oh, you've got the Tower. So for you, I'm feeling that there is that sense of, my goodness, building that strong foundation. I'm not even looking at that. Where I felt it was at the top and thinking, wow, you've really come a long way, and building such a wonderful, strong, even though this one doesn't look like a good, well, there's a foundation there. I'm getting the feeling of leaning with this one, but that's not what I'm feeling as I'm looking at it for the message for you. It's, wow, you've been really hard at work and you've actually built a wonderful, strong tower of strength in what you're doing. And it's going to create that's a good foundation for what you have next in line. So that's what I'm feeling with this. So it's not so much this and the challenge of isolation. This is a wonderful structure of what you're building on as a tower, almost like building your empire. That's what I'm feeling with that. So step forward in confidence that what you're doing, your hard work is going to pay off. Okay. And who we've got next is Jessica. I don't think, or did I do one for you, Dal? I'm just going to have a quick look back to see if I have. And then I'll probably just do one as a general for everyone. Oh, I did right at the start. So you have had one. Now I can't find where that is. Under there. Okie dokie. Now, Lee, I'm pretty sure I did one for you, haven't I? Because I can remember the horse there. Okay, I've done Kim. I haven't done one for you yet, Kim. So here we go. And then I'll do Sarah's because you're part of the wonderful foundation of my life, my mornings. Here we go for Kim. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? There just feels like that wonderful passing because it's grief of changes that happen in life, what I'm feeling with this. But it's a beautiful shift in the energies with this one's what I'm feeling too. So it's actually almost like that the load's been shifted, the load has been taken away of something that was your responsibility, or it's an energy shift that's really releasing, and it's sending that off to source, and you're being left with that beautiful lightness of energy. But it's also, see how there's this covering that's actually almost like a protection, but it's not so much protection from anything nasty or anything. It's just that loving care is what I'm feeling. Not even like angel's wings. I'm just feeling that just so gently. It's a gentleness in that, and that release. And actually, as you have a look there seems to be a face in there that's probably just overlooking and making sure you're okay. So I would say there's some who are already over the other side that are around and about you, gently caring for you as things are releasing. So allow that to happen. It's going to be gentle. It's going to be in that more nurturing fashion. And, if you're feeling sad about things, allow that feeling to keep flowing until it's done what it needs to. And it is like a grief patterning, that one. But it's not so much at death. It's for some, it's just energy releasing that you don't need to hold anymore. Okay, whoops. Now, go to Sarah, because you're next in the list. I know I haven't had yours there yet. Wonderful. Go on, then I'm up to all those links I shared. Oh, there you go. Oh, tower for you, Sarah. Right. Where my eye went for you in these cards, it is look at all of this that is around and surrounding this tower. And it's what I'm feeling in this is the wrapping up of what surrounds your foundation, so to speak. It's not been eroded, but it needs to have some tweaking so that it comes back to being that continuity of the grounded, firm foundation type of thing. It's not saying that it's a weak foundation. It's just the message of tweaking and getting things tucked in, compact the ground around again so that it is actually sitting firmly, and that then can be that you've got the start of what is your tower, what is your build it and people will come factor. It's all. I just got the picture of that baseball field in that movie, Build It and They'll Come. I think that's where it's needing this to be finished. Build it, finish doing, finish the tweaking, and that foundation is done. That's start, do, get on with it. That's what I'm getting there. So whatever that means for you, I'm pretty sure I know what it is, and I'm pretty sure you do too. Okie dokie. Now, definitely did Wendy's, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we did one for Wendy further back, wasn't it? Yeah. So we'll go onward. And Deborah, I don't think, let's see if I've seen your picture. No, I don't think so. So I'll just do one for you, and Anne Heather, I don't think I've done one for you. I am feeling tired now. I'm starting to get a bit brain fogged, so I might need to leave it there and just put one out that's going to be for everyone. And here we've got clouds, cloudiness. As I said, brain fog. Sorry, Deborah. I think that may be for you too. You look at all of this that is within this card. There's so many faces. These ones are not so pretty. They really are cloudy and mishmashed and all, and really do look like they're mixing in together. I think there's not much clarity. You need to, and here it is with that, the more sunshiny clouds. I think it really is to clear what is this energy. You're really needing to do some breath work and, take some time to actually do what processes you need to effectively. It doesn't have to be breath work, but do what processes you need to that work for you to actually clear that cloudiness away. You can't keep loading up with what you're doing all the time and expecting it to give you relief. You're needing to spend some time, and that is, it does feel like it's singular, as in you time that you're needing to actually spend, not continue doing things with others and for others and the rest. Spend and probably to invest some money into that as well. It's not just spend time by yourself. I think there's something that you're needing to actually put towards yourself in that self-nurture. Get a massage, something like that, something that floating, anything like that that's going to add that quality to nurture you, okay? That's what you're needing to do, okay? Now, Nicole, I know we've done Nicole's. That was that link, no. Now, Anne, don't think I've said g'day to you yet, and I know that I'm way behind, always do with this, but that's all right. I'll try to get a few more done. You've got the whip, and that's also reminding me, get some work done. Get on with it. Stop just waffling around. But and this is what I commented before, that there is that magic genie on the magic flying carpet. Wish for yourself, make sure that what you are actually desiring, that it's in alignment with who you are, is what I'm getting from this. And it almost feels like that you're needing to actually light up that spark again and keep it flowing and moving through. It almost feels like it, because it sort of looks at a soft glance like a zap of lightning going through the whip. So I think it almost is that bit of a shock yourself back into getting some, whatever it is that you're needing to, there's something special that you're needing to actually get back into action, activity. Okay. Bridget, I'm not sure if I've done a card for you yet. I don't think I did I? So let's take this one as his message to you tonight. Gentleman. Well, there you go, your husband. It's a gentleman. I think the strength of the tiger is that I'm almost feeling like, did he barrack for the Tigers or something? Was his sport team emblem a tiger? I think it's it's I quite like that. Earthiness, really rather nice, isn't it? I'm just look. My brain, it really is actually too tired to connect in with that tonight. It is a nice. Well, it's very nice. I like the tiger. I am starting to get tired. You can tell. But that is your card. Connect in with it, what you feel that Dale's actually telling you through that one. Okay. Yes, Juliana, here we go. First time. Oh, wonderful to have you here. Thank you for coming by. A lovely photo there. And what I've got for you there is the dog. So similar, we've had this one already tonight. What I'm seeing for you in the dog is the walking. It's almost like walk your way. I'm feeling that this one is actually more walk your way. You know, you can ignore anything else that's distracting and really just walk your way. You've got what you need to around you, which would be the food. The bowl is, even though this one is empty, it's likely that the dog is actually waiting for the hand to feed it. But I'm feeling you don't need to do that. You're fully capable of walk your way. That's what I'm seeing in that card. Okay, so hopefully that's helpful for you. Oh my goodness gracious, just saw your comment there, Sarah. Your day's been crazy too. 5 staff off. Wow, 9-hour day. That's hefty work, isn't it? And you fully understand too, Lee, caring with granddaughter. It's school holidays still, isn't it? Well, it is here in South Australia, isn't it? Head full and I'm always tired. Don't sleep well. Yeah, see, that's the thing too, that sleep, quality of sleep really is quite important. I'm lucky I do get good sleep. Most nights it's at least 6 hours, which I think is good for me. But it's at least 2 of deep sleep. I've got a Healy watch so I can monitor it. So there you go. Okay, look, I think that's probably it. I'm going to have to leave it there, I think. Nicole Porter, your cup is half full in here now. That's wonderful. I like that comment. Thank you. Now, you've actually asked, Lee, how do you book a reading? I will just put the way that I do still use it. It is at my rosboundy.com.au/readings. That is one place that you can do the half-hour or hour reading. I'll work on the Soul Software sites, the landing pages, sometime in the next week before next Friday, so that I am actually, getting it working. I'll endeavour to get that button pushing and typing and editing and stuff done, so that there's no more of this testing like this, because I do certainly appreciate your help with all that. Thank you, everyone. And we've got Kim Jones, who is new, I think. Sorry I didn't do a card for everyone. Actually, I'll just cut the card deck, and here's yours, Kim. I will just put that up. And you've got the anchor. So just see within that deck, within that card, what does your eye focus on? It's not very well focused. There you go. And I just saw the treasure chest for you. So anticipate that what you're going to have is some abundance coming for you, and probably in the way of money, some sort of a windfall. So that's what I saw in that for you. So thank you for being here. And I just saw, I did call that one out earlier, didn't I? The homework from last week. It was fun last week with the spinner, wasn't it? I really enjoyed it, as I do even tonight, as much as I feel like brain fog, brain fart, whatever you want to call it, and tired. It's still enjoyable. It really is. So And Kat was saying, "Oh, good evening, Ros. Yeah, I know I'd done yours a bit earlier too, so thank you. Did I do one for you, Kim? Yeah, I did. So thank you. Thank you, each of you, for being here. It is lovely to be able to join. Technology is a wonderful tool. It really is. And yeah, there's a little bit to managing it sometimes. And I always love doing buttons and gadgets. So, so that is what I saw was right. You do have depression. Look, my heart goes out to you because I do have some friends who suffer badly from it, and I know how hard it can be when in the throes. So, healing energies to you there, Nicole. So, as well, yeah. Oh, beautiful, Evelina. Lovely to have you here too. Now, I'm going to go though, and we have had. Oh, Artie, you're over on YouTube, and I love that purple that's there. So gorgeous. Really nice. Now that was, what's 2014? Oh, that's only half an hour ago. I'm just going to cut the deck for Artie as well. I like to say thank you to those who are on the YouTube. It's a wonderful, another one of those avenues that we can use that's independent of just social media. The beautiful key. Now that's hard to do. I'm going to bring that. I will bring this under there. So let me see if I can get that back around again. Let's just have a look because it's already zoomed in. Yeah, that's much better, isn't it? Look at that gorgeous key. It's really got some decorative aspects to it. And the beautiful, I would say that probably represents the key hole that this key is meant to be fitting into in its giant form or something, or it's a magic book or a magic doorway. Feel that magic for it, Artie, and really step through, open that door, step through, and have a wonderful exploration. It almost does seem like it's an adventure in that one. Okay, so I'm feeling that one for you. It does feel exciting, an adventure. And there you go, Luck Dragon. That's it. Thank you, Diane. Lovely, lovely, lovely. There you go. Sarah, no, I didn't do one for you, so I will just quickly do one for you since you're so nicely patient there. And here we go. Oh, that's a good one. I'll just switch the cards around, the screen around again. At the crossroads for you, Sarah. So have a look there. Look at the different images that are there. What decision have you got that you're needing to make to step one way, travel one way or another? It could be just the mode of transport that you're needing to choose, or it actually is the pathway that you're needing to decide on. So that you can't tread two journeys at once. So there is a choice that you're needing to make. So feel in that, your solar plexus, your gut feeling. That's where I'd test it first. And then ask spirit for that guidance, really connect with your spirit guides to finally choose, because I know sometimes that choosing things, especially if they're so similar, I feel like it is two fairly defined choices that you're needing to make as to one to the other. So take the steps to suss it out first, and then take the step once you've really decided, okay? And you need to do it that way, I think. That's what I'm sensing with that. So, and Diane, yeah, I did do one. Oh, yeah, I did do one. You just might need to go and do the replay a bit later. And we have Maya here. And, yeah, look, here you go. Quick. And then I am getting very, very tired now, so I'd better get going. And here we go. Whoops. You've got the gentleman there, Maya. So, I'm on the wrong screen though. That's the thing with choosing different scenes here with the eCam. It's very easy to do. Do you know what I'm looking at? What I'm seeing there is the coat the structure and the quality, and I'm feeling a connection with someone of quality as far as the wisdom and the knowing how to do things. But it's more the wisdom. It's more a philosophical. It's more, well, it's wise. He is wise. So that's what I'm feeling. Have the awareness of not just the body. I'm feeling that quality of the. That's just all I can say. That's a word that's there. It's quality of wisdom and a wise young man. So I think you're probably feeling that attraction to someone, and you need to it's have that awareness of, is he wise? Is he quality? If he's not, like, I would say no. You're needing to aim for a gentleman, not just a boy. Right, that's what I'm feeling with that one. So, okay. Doesn't mean has to be older, but in that nature of gentleman. Okay. Anyway, Evelina, I'm not sure if I did I? I just did one for you earlier, didn't I? Yeah, I think I did pull one. I am going to have to go because my head is starting to go round and round and round and not feeling well. Not feeling good, as far as I'm feeling like I'm just too, lost. Lost in the ethers. I think the connections have become crossed. So I am so sorry. What I'm going to do is, for anyone who is left, I'm going to just pull a card, put it on the table, and this is the one that you're going to get. At least more of you have probably had a card than last week, because doing that transparent tarot was really quite a challenge and time consuming, wasn't it? So for Louise, for Dee, just caught you on my live. Oh, g'day, Dee, and you're over on YouTube too. So, and it is time for those who haven't had a card pulled, or individually or whatnot. Yeah, see, my head just doesn't want to think. It really is waving the magic, feeling into the magic, allowing that to work for you, because even though this is the whip card, for me, what I'm seeing is that part there for everyone else really is that, it's a magic vibration that we actually get. This is the end that you're supposed to be holding on to. So hold on to it. It's connected to you. It's connected to grounded earth. It's connected to the cosmos, with the way our auras and all of our etheric bodies connect to everything. So tap into all of that magic that is our vibrations, that is our sounds, that is our voice, that is our magic. That's what I'm feeling with that. So allow your magic to flow as you're moving through your week. So that's what I'm sensing from that card with the whip. So for all of you, I can see your beautiful questions and your responses there. Thank you for the cards and all of that. So thank you, each and every one of you. And Divine Goddess as well. I just saw that you are here from YouTube as well. You're a new subscriber. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate every single one of my subscribers on the YouTube. I have got my personalised, I could change my the link. I've got Ros Boundy in my YouTube channel now, as far as sharing it with others. So do you know what? And just without even drawing a card from this one, what your mother thinks about you is actually none of your business. It's only her opinion in regards to her own conditioned thinking. Let it go. I do have to go. Oh, excuse me. And Yes. So let it go, Divine Goddess. It's only her opinion. That's it. The Jabba Hut. Jabba the Hut. That's it. Thank you. And that was a while ago, wasn't it? And I have, for anyone who wants a private reading, I have shared in the links there, but it's towards the end of them now. The rosboundy.com.au/readings. That will get you a 60 or a 120 minute. I'll do the Soul Software sites links before next week. So thank you for reminding me of that, Nicole. It's lovely for you to ask. Thank you. I'm good. Oh, lovely feedback, Kim. So last day today in your current position after a day off on Monday. Tuesday, you stand up in your new position. Oh, wonderful. So you're getting rid of some heavy energy and moving into a role where you should be lighter energy. So that's what they was talking about. Isn't it amazing how the cards really can be so meaningful? It is actually. Thank you. And thank you, each and every one of you. I'm just doing a quick read through. And Lucy, I've just described that one, didn't I? So I'll just actually I'll go to the site and copy the link definitely so that I know where that I'm sending you to the right page, because I'm hoping it is. It could be shop readings. I just can't remember. I was doing, no, there you go. I'll do a copy and paste into the feed so that everyone should have it. I do have it on one of the links within the Be Live live sales area, but I don't know. Oh, it's on one of them. It's an interesting factor that some of the technology, we have different profiles, and I'm probably on the wrong profile for that particular link. It's where I need to refine some of what I do too. But that's okay. There we go. So there's the links for those of you who are in everywhere except for my profile. It's not going to show up there. Personal message me and I'll send it to you. Okay, for those who can't see the link in their chat stream there. So I just saw your comment there, Dee. Have to get the whip out with your new bags. That's right. Thank you so much, each and every one of you, for being here and staying the distance. I love you all. I really do. And I appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you. Keep being the best you. And that's how I'm going to close off every single live stream that I do when it's to do with my psychic mediumship, because we can only be the best that we can be with who we are, with our uniqueness and all the loving energy that we are, because we are love. So step out with confidence in who you are and be you. Thank you. Namaste until tomorrow morning or next week. Bye for now.